I'll turn down my channel if I have to.
We're in there, fellas.
Oh, how about that?
Amazing. Took us a
Finally.
minute.
Thank goodness.
Of course, them gremlins, you know how they are, folks.
Had to chase their asses out of here.
You're one of us.
Took a minute.
How do you ever really know?
How do you
Persistent.
ever really know if he's one of us?
Gonna try to find out.
You know what they say?
What do they say?
If you don't mess around, you're never gonna find out.
What's going on, everybody? We're back.
To the
Don't know
Outhouse
what we're doing.
podcast.
Remember, the views and opinions expressed by the individuals in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of the Outhouse podcast, its affiliates, the guests, or not even us. It's all just for entertainment. Anyway, look who we have sitting in the studio with us today.
Who is that guy over there? It kind of looks like Lucas Nigro.
My Negro.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. You'd be correct. That'd be me. I'm Lucas Nigro. I'm from Minerva.
And he's a fine fellow. Just a
Oh, there it
perfectly-
shows somebody. Gary must be in there now, huh?
perfectly normal
I'm going to get in a chat
prodigy.
here.
I think
Maybe normal for a sociopath.
Where is... Oh, I was
the
like, where
center
does this
of
happen
normal.
at? YouTube.
I'm like right within the
spectrum?
the tolerance standards.
There.
I think you're on the spectrum too. So just putting that
I honestly wonder, man. I do wonder.
I think we're all on the spectrum a little bit.
Yeah. Not a bad
Just
thing.
a
though.
touch.
That's why we all gravitate towards each other.
Uh-oh.
When you were showing
Turn
me
them
your
shits down.
collection of eccentric slippers with jewels on them that you have, I was
Wait,
like,
what?
man, this guy.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
Now everybody's gonna know. I'll show you my Croc or my Croc collection next.
Oh yeah, nice.
When I sent you that picture that last night of that pink sports coat and those pink skinny jeans, I didn't send you a picture of the pink Crocs that go with them,
Wow.
and they have palm trees cut out for the holes instead of just little. like,
Wow,
circles.
those are special Crocs.
They're awesome.
Those are the Hawaiian edition, or what? The luau.
I had to turn it up because we're like, we wasn't up. So if you need to turn yourself back down
These
in
do.
the headphones.
Yeah, crank me down about a
Yeah, it got a little loud, didn't it?
I'm gonna go to 11 o'clock.
Go ahead and hit them all
11
about
o'clock.
there.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
We can rock some
That
11
sounds
o'clock.
good. That's a little better. I actually turned. Mine was a third one. Go a little bit higher. Right.
How's noon?
A little more. There we
half?
go. I'm deaf. I was drumming and shit. Them cymbals blew my ears out.
You know,
What's
it's-
up, everybody? Whoever's in there. Gary. Looks like Gary's in there. Yeah, finally we had, the gremlin difficulties as we do. Every time you turn something on in here, shit wants to go sideways right before we go sideways.
We're at the media farm, so there's
Get it?
wild animals around here. Kicking stuff and screwing shit up.
So what's going on, everybody? What's up, pirates? The old urban treasure hunter did good this week, kids.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about it?
Well, me and Otto went out last night, collected up a whole truckload of scrappity-doo-dahs. If you haven't seen it, you can go on Facebook. We had shit falling off that bad boy, didn't we?
Oh my gosh, that was a tower. That was
Uh-huh. It's a long ride, though, I'll tell you. And then we got about halfway through the route, and I pulled down this dead-end road where there's a bunch of stuff, usually. And as I pulled in, another scrapper dude was pulling out. I was like, damn. And then the dude took our route. He jumped across the street, and I was like, damn, I was just getting ready to go down that same street. So I went the opposite direction and swung back around. and he must not have went all the way to the direction he was heading, because as we come back around an hour later or something like that, there was a nice little Samsung stove sitting on the corner.
It's a big one.
Yeah, heavy bitch. It took us a minute to get that one. We was already piled to the max. We had to actually unload some of the truck to put it on there, and then of course I got a bum shoulder, so I probably bummed his because he was using most of his weight to get it up there. We got it up there and almost broke the back window out.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was my fault. He's like, hold on a second. I'm like, I'm just like, I go all gorilla boy.
I've hit that window like 5 times now. I cannot believe it's not broke, because I'm telling you, he was like, no, it's on the
reflector.
The reflector. I'm like, yeah, but it's like how it was. I seen the window flexing a little bit, and I was just like, but we got it.
Well, thank you for General Motors for making.
Yeah, that's a tough window, man. I gotta say. I've thrown shit in the back of the truck and it hits whatever and boom, bounces up. I'm like, oh. I had a chair come off the top and hit the windshield the other day.
It'd be something weird. You'll drop like a.
Why don't I tie it down? Because it's just not fun that way, is it?
Somebody will throw you a lighter and miss.
There's
and
Cody.
Blow it out like. Psh.
What's up, Cote? How'd you like that video? I thought it come out pretty good. We would have stayed longer and recorded more, but Al had to go. That's why we left.
Yeah.
I wanted to record more of it.
Yeah.
At least more of us. I didn't record the whole thing because I only had so much battery. That's why I didn't record them other fellas recording or playing, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we drove around quite a distance last night, huh?
Yeah, it was, and we saw some deer, like
where they shouldn't be.
Right in the what was it, like maybe 34th Street or something.
Shh.
Oh, well, I'm talking
the hell
about
you say?
When you were cutting through.
Oh,
yeah. We weren't doing anything there, but the.
Yeah, it was over around about that area. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, well.
Gary's dang coin machine. My credit union gave me a coin machine the other day. We went in and Gary helped me drag it out and throw it in the truck. That thing brought about $19. They asked me today. I went and dropped some money, and they was like, "How much did you get for the coin machine?" I was about $19. He was like, "What?" I was like, "I'd have got more if I would have, tore it apart and got the motors out." They had some big beastly motors, but I was having a hell of a time getting to them. So I was like, There was big aluminum cases too on them too, man. Looked like big something would be on a supercharged vehicle or some shit.
You see all those. So much wood out there. You should collect some wood and make a go-kart and put those motors on there that you get.
Wooden. There was actually a lot of furniture out last night. We got, I think, what was that? What I count that? 1, 2, 3. We got, 2 of them was carpet scrubbers. So that would make 5 vacuum cleaners and 2 carpet scrubbers last night.
Right, it must have been the week for
it is.
It
rotates because the other day, I was getting a bunch of TVs.
Well, you know what? It was spring cleaning. It was like a nice day, so people were cleaning shit. And they're like, "Man, this thing's junk."
Yep, I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Getting that shit out of there.
Yeah. Or they bought one when they were out. They're like, "All right, I got a new one. You're gone."
Gotta get up in your mic, son.
Up in that microphone.
Or I gotta turn you up, one or the other. If you're gonna relax, man, I gotta turn you up.
Yeah. I don't like this thing in my face like this. So.
Yeah, I'll give you some more gain so you ain't gotta be all up in it like that.
How about that? I got enough gain.
I just hooked you up, man.
Yeah, you my man.
One of these days we'll have an audio person that can sit there and watch and do all that.
Yeah, Lucas could do it. Lucas was playing.
Yeah, that was it. All I got out of it. But I'm still picking dimes up out of the bed of my truck, though. I got about $2 in dimes that got jammed up in it somehow. And there was probably still some in it when I threw it. I heard a couple little rattles when I tossed it off the back.
Yeah, I've seen videos where guys bust those things open and find some good coinage and paper money a lot of times, too. Falls down in there.
Mayhem Warehouse says, "How long you been playing music, Lucas?"
Let's see.
Back to Lucas.
Serious. Seriously, pursuing music, I would say I was like 13, 14. So about 8 years, 7, 8 years. But when I discovered that I really had any musical ability, I would say that was the more like 12, 13 years ago. Should I tell the piano story?
Well, I was going to say, that's what I hear. I hear that it was a piano that kind of got it all started for you.
It absolutely did. So my aunt and uncle were moving from over by the Altman Hospital from the ghetto over to Louisville.
The ghetto. That's what we call it, the ghetto.
And I
Make
guess,
it sound fancy.
No offense to all you people who live over in that area right now.
I live in the ghetto right around the corner here.
If it was theirs or the church or somebody that was giving away the piano, I think they had it. And they asked my mom, they're like, would the kids, would your kids want this piano? We just need it gone. And she was like, no, at first, like, they'll just bang on it, make a bunch of noise, and like mess with their stepdad while I'm at work. I was like, no, please. I just like begged, threw a temper tantrum, and she gave in. And these movers brought it to the house. And as soon as they left, I sat on the bench and like pressed a couple notes, and I was like, ooh, I know that one. I was like, I know this one. And at that time in my life, I was obsessed with the Titanic movie. I would like watch it every night before I went to sleep. And then
He could smell the salt water. He was into it so much.
It was such a good movie.
What was your favorite part?
Honestly, I really liked when it like split, like watching it.
When the people started dying, that's the best part of it.
Yeah. Oh no.
When they was falling and their heads was hitting the handrails. Yes.
Actually, no, that isn't my favorite part. I like the part. I like the part whenever they decided to start asking to get people out of the water and everybody was frozen and dead, like ice cubes.
Even better.
Like ice cubes and a giant tumbler.
Yeah. I think.
Is there anyone alive out there?
They had
Nope.
they had a lot of merch back then. I'm pretty sure they had ice cubes that were shaped like
That'd be messed up.
the Titanic floater people.
So Mayhem
I bet
says
they did.
He said, I followed you for a few years and I think you're amazing. You're amazing, man. You're definitely gonna make it. Otto and Tom gonna hook you up. I know it. Well, that's cool. We're
I
gonna try
appreciate that
to.
very much. Mate.
Do you have it on top messages
who is that?
or
I don't
all
know.
messages?
Mayhem Warehouse.
Followed me for a few years.
All
On what?
messages.
I'm curious.
What you follow him on, mate?
Um,
That be Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. What all things you on? Lucas.
I'm on Snapchat. I don't really post anything on my Snapchat stories though.
Yeah.
I've put a few things on my Instagram, and I would say mostly my main platform is Facebook. All my events and my cover videos and live performance videos are on Facebook, or on my Facebook page.
Yeah, and your Facebook page is what?
It's just my first and last, Lucas, Lucas, Nigro, Nigro.
So you thought we was bullshitting, didn't you?
Yeah.
Thought we was making jokes.
Is my favorite Nigro.
That's my Negro right there.
Right. Lucas feels so uncomfortable when we do that too, but that is that's what we're gonna
He's
do.
like, damn it.
Yeah.
The undiscovered scene. It's undiscovered scene.
See
It's
our
like in some
lovely
ways,
cocks and pussies.
In some ways, it's too bad because there's so much good music in the underground genres. But I don't think it would be as special if it was more mainstream at the same time. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
digging for it and really finding like a golden song by some no-name band that nobody's ever heard of. There's something special about it. Oh, I didn't tell the punchline of the Titanic story.
Keep going.
So I was obsessed with that movie as a kid. As soon as they brought in that piano and I sat down and like touched some of the keys, I just started playing the song from that movie, that Celine Dion song, "My Heart Will Go On," like the theme song of the movie. And my mom was like, "What the heck? Have you ever played one of these before?" And I was like, "No, nope." It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah, that's like.
And I didn't think anything of it. Like, I didn't think anything of it.
That's what every kid that wants to play any instrument thinks going to happen. He's going to get the instrument and then just, sit down and start cranking out some music pretty quick. But it's not that easy.
Cody DeVore asks, how many instruments do you play?
I play the piano, play the guitar.
And he's damn good. I haven't seen him in person, but I've seen his videos over at Otto's and a couple other ones. So, kid's on fire, boys.
Right. You got to count them out loud.
I play the piano, guitar, bass, drums.
Was that guitar with a C? Is that like a sitar?
Yes.
A guitar.
It's different. It's different.
I wondered if that was like an Indian kind of instrument.
I don't know if it's Indian, but
Now he's got to start all over again.
That's all right.
Keys, guitar,
Wait.
bass, drums.
piano, guitar,
See?
bass, drums, saxophone, mandolin.
So just bass drums? You don't play the
Ukulele.
whole drum set, just the bass
Man,
drums?
you got to let him go through. He's going to have to
I
start
play
over again.
I play all the drums in the drum set, but I don't use cymbals. Though.
You like Prince has a cymbal? You mean you don't have a cymbal like that for yourself?
You have a kit though that you don't use cymbals on, or you just like percussion instruments like bongos and stuff, and you don't use cymbals. What are you saying here?
No, I'm just screwing around.
Oh,
I have a full kit.
I was like,
I have a full kit.
I was like, that's
It's-
interesting.
It's the focal point of my living room, actually.
That it is. I've witnessed
you
that
saw it.
myself. So,
As soon as you walk in the door, it's right there.
So Tina says, I'm trying to focus, but Otto's hot ass has me frustrated.
Whoa.
Hot and bothered.
Look at you. Look at the state of you.
She is the coolest person that I know, actually.
I wish I could
So,
watch
yeah.
Will in there, moderating.
Will Davenport, everybody. We're going to go to the Will cam now. Oh, wait. We don't have one. Sorry, Will. We'll just
get
have
you
to...
one.
We'll have to see your work
We can
live.
Will, just come out here. Come out here.
We can put him in there like that.
Put your arm around me.
Feed him back though now because I got him turned up.
Speak, Will.
He's not gonna say nothing.
What's up, my brothers?
That's our producer at the moment. We don't have a camera, but we can get him in there once in a while on a microphone.
I have a funny story about Will.
All right, I will.
When I first met Will, he was playing bass.
I'll
We
leave
were
it
learning
alone.
to practice some bass. And I met this guy named Andrew.
You're still in there, Will. If you want to chime in.
I'm listening.
I met this guy named Andrew Ray. I was like 13. I met him at the skate park. And he got a flat tire on his bike. And I was like, my house is over there, right down the street. We can go over and put a new tube in there. I have bike stuff at my house. He's like, okay. And we came back and we put a new tire on. And he saw this crappy little organ that I had sitting in there. And I think a neighbor of mine was giving it away. Just piece of trash. It should have been thrown away. And he was like, do you play? And I was like, yeah, I play piano a little bit. That's all I ever messed with. And he played guitar. And he's like, let me go back and get my guitar. And he came over the next day and like showed me some songs that he wrote. I just thought it was so freaking cool. And that's how he got me into music. If I hadn't met him, I probably wouldn't be doing this.
Right on.
today.
Wow.
But
Will can play too.
the
Don't
part
let
about-
him fool you.
the part where Will comes in is after I'd been playing with Andrew for a while,
Oh,
he
Andrew. Yeah, my bad.
he introduced me to Will because he came and played bass for us.
No, you got it all backwards.
How so?
No, it was,
I forgot I had that mic in there
Sweet.
for when we're recording.
dude, it was the drummer.
Oh, Randy Nussbaum.
Randy Newsbaum. Yeah, Randy Newsbaum is who hooked us up.
Did he?
Yes.
I thought it was Andrew.
No, Randy. You don't remember me, you, and Randy all played. Dude, we used to play down at
First
the,
time our
Minerva,
producers ever had a-
center.
Your
Right.
mic needs turned
Took
up,
center
Will.
stage.
Your mic
to go
needs turned up.
refill my
I can't hear you over all of those like wet pasta sounds in there.
No, that's the sopping sound of an empty palm, my brother.
Okay, well, I met Will, and he thought he knew me from some other Nigro who I've never met in my life. He's like, how's your brother? I'm like,
Yeah.
I have a brother. I have a brother named
Come.
Cole. He's 19. He's 3 years younger than me.
Okay.
But he was like, he's good, And I had no idea how he knew my brother Cole, which he didn't. He didn't know him at all. Who was it?
It
Joey
was,
Nigro? Or
It was Joey Nigro.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
He's your cousin.
Must be somehow.
You guys
Right.
even kind of look alike.
Where is he originally from?
Minerva.
You know any of his family?
No.
You.
You.
Well, track him down. I want to meet him. Is he a musician?
No.
Is he a
was-
gear?
he
Is he a
was-
You know
gearhead?
what's
He
missing?
was a math
What?
whiz. He
Ow.
was good at numbers.
Oh, my goodness. I thought he just wasn't playing and then kind of forgot to say something
I
about
don't
it.
see a signal from him though.
Wow.
Let me go find out what's going on.
Will,
Tom getting up from the table. It's a tradition on the Outhouse podcast.
wait, so I met Will when I was like 13 or 14. I'm going to say 14. So say that's 8 years ago. Will, how long ago was it that we found out that you found out that it wasn't Joey Nigro? How you knew me?
It was a blessing and a surprise at the same time. I'd say it was probably 6 years ago. I've been friends with you. I've been friends with you for 10 years, man. I never gave a shit who your family was. I always thought you were just talented.
No, I mean, like, I remember it wasn't that long ago, within the last year or two, that like we actually had a conversation about it, and it was like we were both flabbergasted of how we thought we knew each other.
Yeah, that
and,
was hilarious, dude. We were drinking and talking about that. You're absolutely right. That was hilarious.
It wasn't that long ago either.
No, it wasn't. It was within. You're right. It was within 2 years.
Was it? I think it was last year, like this past March or April. April. Whenever you and Ashley gave me and Freedom that kitten.
It could have been.
I think it was that night.
It could have been.
Or that, or one of the nights that you came over to the house with Brian and we jammed. And she was
Could have
there.
been one of them too. We've had a lot of nights, man.
Yeah, we have.
Well, I thought it was interesting when I walked into the control room back there, and you were sitting on his lap, and he was getting out the Werther's candy for you, and you guys had a tender moment. That was interesting.
I guess some people would think that's weird. It's just always been the norm for me and his dynamic.
I got you.
Like first time I met him, I sat on his lap.
It looked very natural, in an unnatural way.
He let me sit on his lap while he drove that Chevy Cruze that he used to have.
Oh, now we're getting personal and deep. The memoirs.
Let's focus on deep.
Oh my goodness.
The memoirs of Lucas and Will.
If I get,
Friday at
if I
6.
get too loud, it like cackles.
Hey, this cat took a regular bicycle and put an engine on it, so we didn't have to pedal it anymore. I just want to talk about who we're talking about.
Right?
Remember? Did you ever see the longboard that I built? That I like made like 3 feet longer with plywood, and then I strapped like 4 leaf blowers to it
In the middle or at the ends?
at the end, only on the back part.
Did you add another set of wheels, like it was a 3-trucker or what?
So what I did was I
There's Al.
found an old bicycle training wheel, so that it wasn't back heavy and wouldn't want to tilt backwards, and put that on the back, and it like made just enough contact with the road to keep it from tilting backwards.
Nice.
Then I strapped 4 backpack blowers to it and got a giant funnel, cut a giant funnel out of a piece of plexiglass, and angled it downwards toward the road with all those hoses in it.
Yeah.
If you got yourself going, it would keep you propelled 10 or 15 miles
Hey,
an hour.
Cody,
on
we
on a
will.
flat surface, of course.
We've done this before, so we'll do it again. Sorry for interrupting. He said hand you a guitar and let you do one.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
I completely agree.
We'll get into that here later. Stick
for
around
sure.
for the second half. We're right towards the end.
So
of
what
this
was the
first
top
one.
speed? You said about 15 miles per hour?
I would say
Sorry for the interruption.
between 10 and 15.
And you had leaf blower motors on it, which
Yep.
were powered by...
2-stroke gasoline.
Mayhem says play, bro.
Um,
And for those of you that are just tuning in, and I don't mean to interrupt you again,
oh, you're fine.
our background music is Al, and he's in the other. Hey, hit that other camera, Will, real quick. He's usually our background music, and I didn't have his damn thing plugged in the right spot, but he's the one that's doing our background music right there. That's Al for you
Sounds
newcomers. And he's usually screaming, but he's playing some mellow stuff right now. So, all right, bring us back. Will is awesome, man. He's a badass dude back there.
You know what? I'll have to put a some of Al's original noodling on his artist page on the MediaFarm330.com website.
Not to interrupt you guys. What did you call Will a second ago? I don't remember. He's a boss.
Oh, the producer.
No, you said something. He's a boss. Or
I
something.
said a beast on
He's a
the
beast.
guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you
That
talking
boy
about
can play
is...
too, boy. He
Yeah,
did come in.
more places than just the control room.
Oh,
There we
Whoa.
go.
wow, that was perfect
That
timing.
was really perfect.
That was
timing.
punchline. Way to go, Al.
Yeah, he jumped in there quick, didn't he?
He just went all European metal on
Yeah,
you.
he did.
Lay one of your.
Hey, you can if you take that slider with the cameras and go like halfway, it'll give him and us Yeah, see that little trick you can do, and you can fade it back and forth
man,
either
look
way.
at that.
Little bit of this guy, a little bit of them. Yeah.
The spirit of Al is with us.
Cool.
I'll have to give Ed credit on that one. He figured that one out when we was doing Chicken Coop Live.
Yeah.
So I think my mom should be on the podcast here. If she's not signed in, I don't think she can comment.
Oh wow.
If she is on here, hi mom. And she's never really ever gotten a taste of how men left alone in a room without any women or anybody else talk to each other. So this is sure to be jarring.
Are you talking about how me and Tom talk to each other, or about how you and Will talk to each other? Because that's a little bit different.
I think it's the same concept. Same concept, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Oh yeah,
we'll see.
Anything from
we gotta get rid of our producer back there laughing.
homo humor to like terrorist jokes to just flat out racism.
Nice.
Oh my goodness! There he goes, pulling the card.
I'm a full believer in if you're gonna hate them all.
Right?
You know, if you're gonna make fun of somebody, make fun of everybody, man. If they can't
I
take
agree.
it, get the hell out of here.
They're just words.
Yep.
You know, like they're letters. They're.
Absolutely.
Oh no, that one had the letter E in it.
Right. People are nuts, man. They take shit too serious. Lighten up.
The only way words can hurt you is if
You know,
like
I
3D
remember-
print them and chuck them at someone's head.
I remember when I was in school, we had what would we call a cracking contest where we make fun of each other. And you get witty because you get tired of getting made fun of. So you make
Right.
some funnier made fun of motherfucking stuff. Whoops, I got to put a quarter in for that F-bomb.
Yeah.
Forgot
ask-
about that, huh? You guys forgot about that quarter for the F-bomb stuff, didn't you? I
Ooh,
got
I think-
me one.
Oh.
There it is. I mean, that goes to Humble Creatures, which we're going to do here pretty damn soon.
Sweet. That means I can. Oh wait. Okay, so I can use the F word 3 times.
Cool.
Wow.
We had one dude come in, just drop a $10 bill and said, I'm going to cuss
I'm
a
gonna
lot.
F some stuff
I
up.
have to choose my my emphasis on what topics I want to put my emphasis on,
Right.
or my sentence enhancer.
That's like a.
It's SpongeBob SquarePants.
Damn,
It's
Al's sounding good.
Which
You
side
know,
is
I got
this?
him playing on that line 6 instead of that little tiny little amp deal that been doing. I don't know why.
You know
that
he
thing's
loves that
doing
kind of. That trashy chords, you know, and when he gets into it. Other than that, you know, you never know what he's gonna pull out, but he gets aggressive sometimes, and yeah, he's been pent up, you know.
We
He's
got
been
to get
sleeping
these
a
other
lot.
guys in here to jam with him. We got drums, and you can sing and guitar, and I got it all. I got a snake back there. We can hook whatever up. Anybody wants
Yeah.
to come jam with Al?
That'd be cool.
Don't say there's a snake back there, because Lucas might be afraid to go back there.
I would be. I would actually leave.
It's a big black snake.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, in Al's room or Will's room?
Our room and Al's room and Will's room. There's black snakes all over this place.
Wow.
Black snakes, big cocks, and pussies.
Man, our man was free.
See
This
that?
is
That's our black cock right there.
right.
It's mixed.
And then right there, that's our little pecker. Of course, you can't see it on that angle.
Of course, that one's all white.
Our pissing boy was actually free the whole week too. Like he
Oh.
doesn't. He's usually stuck in the clam there.
Yeah,
That,
he's all clam. He gets trying to get him
gets-
some clam.
Right, he's down in the clam.
Cody said, I can't talk without cursing, but I can type.
I gave Will.
he-
I gave Will a full-on English lesson before he made the heading for the podcast in there.
Yeah.
Mayhem, we took a little break, but we do these every Wednesday at 8 p.m., these podcasts. And then we do on Sundays sometimes when we're regrouping because we lost all our crew because I'm an asshole, I guess. But,
Wait, what do you mean you guess? You know you are.
well, you know.
There's no guessing.
But anyway, so we're regrouping and we do these live shows with entertainers, and this guy will probably be one of them, and even our producer will probably end up being one of them.
Right.
And then Cody says, "Hey Lucas, what musician is your biggest inspiration?"
So, I think I was in 7th grade, and a friend of mine's dad gave me this Blind Melon cassette tape. It was their debut self-titled album with the little.
That's a
B-girl
good
on it.
one too, man.
Oh,
It was the
gosh.
B deal. The B girl was the closing thing for you, wasn't it? Like you saw that, you just wanted to be a part of her.
I never used the internet after that.
Will's crushing them blue moons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it was
They've been in there for a year.
he'll be howling
For
at
the
the
love of
moon.
God.
It was the record that had No Rain on it, like the only song
Right.
that anybody knew by them.
Sure.
And first time I took that cassette home and put it in my tape deck, and listened to it. It was rewinded
One
all
of
the way
your
back
many
to the first,
classic tape decks that you have, some
all the
retro
way,
vintage.
all the way rewinded back to the first song, and like "Soak the Sin" came on. I was like, "What is this?" I hated it. I actually hated it. And I went fast forward to the next one. I was like, "That's a little better," but I didn't like that one either. I know the whole album in order. Like
Yeah.
so it's "Soak the Sin," "Tones of Home," "I Wonder," "Paper Scratcher," "Dear Dad," "No Rain," "Change," "Deserted," "Sleepy House," "Holy Man," "See to a Tree," "Drive," and "Time."
Cody says you earned that title. Wear it proud.
But that record, by like the fourth song in, I was obsessed. And I didn't listen to any other artist, song, or cassette except that Blind Melon tape for like a year and a half. Like I took it everywhere. That in my little tape deck, my boombox. That was all I listened to.
Yeah.
I had to like tape it back together so many times. There were so many spots where the ribbon ripped, and I had to repair it. And then I'd pop it in my dual deck and make another copy of it. I had like 4 copies of it at one point.
Wow.
In case it ever ripped.
Just in case you gotta
Just in
have the
case.
spare.
You know-
I'd carry the spare around with me but I would listen to the real one.
Oh, did your favorite track change over time, or did it stay consistent?
That line 6 has got a wall pedal on it.
So
He's
ironically,
utilizing it. I hear.
my favorite songs on that album, "Tones of Home," "I Wonder," "Change," and "Sleepy House." Those are the only 4 songs that the frickin' ribbon ripped.
Oh,
The only 4 songs.
even with all your spares?
Oh no, I never had any issues with the spares.
Oh, okay.
A couple of them, the little pad behind the center that the head falls down onto, that came unglued on a couple of them. But I had to just glue it back on. It's fine.
Yeah, most people don't glue that back on. They're just like, this thing's screwed now.
There's been times where it wouldn't stay on when I've re-glued it, and I've taken the cassette apart, split it at the seams, and taken one out of another cassette and put it in there. Like I remember I took one out of the Statler Brothers cassette that I had.
Statler
Like,
Brothers.
oh my god, this is a sin, a tragedy.
Wow. How could you, so were you depressed then for not having any Statler Brothers in your collection at the time? And
I would say it's one of those things where like if you're oblivious to it, it doesn't really affect you. And yeah, so it was fine.
Mayhem says, what got you inspired to actually pick up an instrument?
I was walking through a park in town, a local park, and
In the merry, merry month of May?
it was over the summer, could have been. And I was really stoned, and there was this kid down there with long ass hair. And he was like, here, bro, take this. And it was a smashed Les Paul. He smashed it on the ground. Back half of it was just hanging off of it by the electronics. I was like, okay. I took it home. I was like, how to repair this? And I got body filler, like for
Oh, you know
automotive
I
body
have
filler.
Yeah.
And re-drilled the holes, put it all back together. Then I took it up to Dave, and I had him restring it for me, make sure everything was working.
Dave, you gotta say who Dave is, because I know who Dave is. and
Dave
Tom knows who
Krajic,
Dave is.
the one and only Dave Krajic.
The one and only, the legendary.
He's the owner of the Minerva Music Center. Great guy. If you want to, if you're feeling lonely, go in there and talk to Dave.
He's more than just the owner.
He's a fantastic musician. He's a producer.
Yeah. Videographer and all kind of stuff. So yeah, he's always a part of something. Throughout his life, he's always been a part of something that's of meaning, of substance, of fame. You know, some of the legends that he's been around and stuff. So yeah. So go on with your story.
I forgot that he did filmmaking too.
Yeah.
I forgot
directing.
to get the owl light, man. It's been so long, man. I forget
Oh,
all
I had
the
him set up that guitar.
rituals that we do.
I wouldn't even say it was
Because when
necessarily
we go to
inspiration
Owl,
at first.
like go to Owl once.
Look,
Then I'll
Al's
go.
gonna get a. Oh,
Then see, I got the light on him. Then he
Now he's
knows.
got the light, he
Now he
thinks.
knows that we're watching him.
you're on the camera, Al.
And
What are
then,
you
and
gonna
then you
do?
notice he's got the shitas behind him too.
Yes, he does.
All right, we're back.
Sounds good, buddy, in there. I wouldn't even necessarily say it was inspiration at first. We used to live in the country in the middle of nowhere, outside of Minerva.
Yeah.
That's where we lived when I got this guitar. So I was sitting in my room, and I had like a Magnavox floor model in there, and I put on a record, and like strum one string to like the melody of the song, like the melody of the vocals, and just like slide up the frets. I didn't even use the top 5 strings, just the low E or the high E technically, even though it's on the bottom. And then like after a year or so of noodling around with one string, I moved up to 2 and then 3. Then I could play like 3-note chords. Three of the strings, and then somehow it evolved from there. At one point, I met Andrew, and then he got me into it.
Gotcha.
And then I just learned to play over time from him, inspiring me to want to learn how to do it too. Because I could only offer the piano for like the first year
Tom's
that we
invisible.
played. Whoa, that's cool. Can I try it?
That's so they can't see what I got written down on there. See,
this might be a little small for what I want to hide.
Yeah.
Never
Well,
mind.
we'll do it next time.
The tip will stick out.
We'll glue 3 of them together, and you should be all right. So
I do got another sheet back there. Can wrap it up like a burrito. Or be an invisible burrito. It'll be like Wonder Woman's jet. It'll be there, but you can't see it, but you can feel that motherfucker.
Be like Predator, more like, you know.
Predator.
Yeah, right.
You got dreadlocks on that thing too, like.
It's got the same lip piercing.
So living out there in the country in Minerva, have you ever seen Bigfoot?
Oh, I don't believe in that crap. A lot of people do. There's a Minerva monster that everybody talks about, but I don't buy into it.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of silly.
We're pretty
personally.
familiar with the Minerva monster.
Oh yeah, you would be.
Me too.
Yeah.
My nephew did a soundtrack for the Minerva Monster, Small Town Monsters documentary, which is now why Minerva has a Monster Day, because of that documentary.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
And I can take you when this podcast is over into that room in there and show you a Bigfoot scream that we captured down south. Not over there, but down southern Ohio.
I mean, I'm open to seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm open to
Shit's
seeing it.
real, man.
And if we eventually, if we get cool like that, you know, like we trust you, we'll show you some Bigfoot carcasses.
Okay.
So you'll know for sure.
Uh-oh.
What's my initiation?
Cody says, I know Dave.
We
He
can't
was
say that on
awesome.
the air.
He used to bring me strings at school. He was a big supporter of me being a musician. I guess I should have talked a little closer into the microphone. When I was
Talking
reading
about
them shits.
Dave.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dave Krajic.
Cody's my cousin. He's the one that was playing the guitar singing on that video.
Yep.
But yeah, you was there.
I was there.
Duh.
Kind of videoing a little bit.
Yeah, you can see Otto running the camera and a few shots on that scene. If you haven't, go down to Media Farm, well, right here where you're at, and check out that D4. And see, the funny thing about that is you guys don't realize is Cody and Todd's last name is DeVore, but since me and Larry was playing, there was 4 of us with the first last name of D, so I just decided to call us D4 and spelled it F-O-R-E. D4 instead of DeVore, but D4.
Right? Such a clever
I
guy.
don't know.
Wow.
I didn't know what to put, so that's what I did. I thought it was kind of cool.
So does everybody. Everybody thinks it's cool.
Right then.
Oh, man. You sounded Australian there when you said that.
Right.
Those are for the break.
Yeah, you can't smoke in here. What are you doing?
No. You have to just stare at it.
Not cigarettes, mate.
Too far away from the screen to see what our time is.
Nah, we ain't even no close. We're only on like 38.
Okay. Well, you got a little while then.
Wait, what time
They're
is
like 20 minutes for the break time.
20 minutes. So Better tell us a good story.
Because we're live, we don't get to go use the bathroom and all this stuff. And I've been drinking coffee, so when an hour comes, we take a little minute break, 3 to 5, and Al will give you guys a little something.
What's your favorite venue that you've played at thus far?
My all-time favorite so far was at a private clubhouse in downtown Orlando, Florida, which was just this past November.
Yeah.
But it was for a private birthday party, so
Them are always fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
Was it somebody that you knew already, and that's how you got down there, or how'd that?
It was a couple who I've already knew. It was the husband's mom, and I've never met her, but the way I know the wife is so her grandma used to live across the street from me where I live now, and her name was June. Every time I talked to her, she would tell me, she's like, I used to go to Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania, and help my grandma make curtains when I was little. I hated coming back, having to go back to Minerva. every time I went over, she would tell me the same 10 stories, 3 or 4 times within an hour period. She thought she was 87, and she was 92.
Oh wow!
But she was the sweetest lady, and there towards the end, she had dementia. She would wander outside. If I was out there, she'd come over to my yard and be like, "How far is Minerva from here? I got to get back to my daughter's." And I'd be like, "Okay, I'll give you a ride." Hopped in the car and over around the block 2 or 3 times, then up to her daughter's house down the street. And the way I know Amy, the wife, is she's like, "Thank you so much for looking after my grandma." I met her at June's funeral. That's the first time I met her. And ironically, same day as the funeral, that night, I had a huge Halloween party at my house with a bunch of liquor and other stuff and live music. And Shane and Amy came down to the house, and we had a nice little chat. And I met her husband, and Shane's mom, she was turning 70. And so they flew me down, or paid for everything for me to come down to Florida, hosted me and my best friend, and I played at her party. But other than that, Sandy Springs, the brewing company in Minerva.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a cool venue. If you haven't been there, definitely check it out. Sandy Springs in Minerva. It's right in the corner of the brick road. It's kind of steampunky inside. They don't have a whole lot of room.
Steampunky Brewster.
It's just a really nice place. They have
That stuff's pretty cool looking. I do like that.
They have really good food. All of the beer is wonderful. And I've never been a beer person until I started playing there and going there for open mics. That's all they had. So I was like,
Mayhem's
I'll get
play
one.
a song, bro. Should we get him to do a song then?
What do you think? Yeah, you want to you got something to play around here, don't you?
We got E flat and C sharp and E.
let me see if I can get that flute off of Will.
Why?
I brought the 12 string. Let's play that.
All right, cool. 12 string it is.
I got one of those in the corner over there too. But he brought his own beast. I didn't even realize he come prepared. He ain't fooling around.
What? What should you play?
What should he play?
Play
My guitar gently weeps.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no.
Something original.
String.
What do you like
do
to
an
feature original on your 12 string?
Isn't there a Tom Petty song that's got 12 strings?
Yeah, let's try it. Let me think.
Or a Beatles song, or one of your
What's
songs?
a Lucas song that you play on the 12
one of
string?
your songs.
Gosh, I have so many.
Take
Yeah.
Al out the picture.
I can play one of mine.
Yeah.
You guys either hear a cover or an original?
Well,
I'll say original. He said play some Eagles.
play some Skinner, man.
Slayer.
I want to tune up real quick.
Tune it. Tune up.
And deedly deedly do. You gotta tune a bunch of strings though. Mine's probably out of tune too. It's been sitting in the corner for a couple of weeks without being touched.
He's like the Chuck Norris to musicians, though. One time he was changing the strings on his guitar, playing the piano, the drums, and a trumpet all at the same time.
Damn.
Strung it and tuned it. It's crazy.
And I was taking
Right in the middle of a song.
while on the toilet, actively constipated, all at the same time.
Man, what a scenario.
Wish we would have got the.
Now you don't know? Don't you normally go me when you're doing that?
Shake, man, you're messing up my tuner. Shut up.
He's got a good tuner.
Cody says original all the way. We like them originals. Anybody can play anybody's stuff, but can you write your own and create? That's the thing. Can you do it and then have everybody else like it too?
Yeah, not just your mom and grandma going, "Oh, Danny, that was such a good song."
There, he said he already knew.
When Dave Krajic at the music store, like, my mom forced me to take piano lessons for like, I don't know, 6 months from Nancy, and finally I begged her to let me stop, and she did. But first time,
Sorry, Nancy.
First time Dave noticed that I really had any kind of a special ability. He took my mom aside and was like, "Lucas needs to meet people. He's a musical savant." She's like, "Oh, isn't he so cute?" You know, and like, I understand. I mean, that's a pretty high stake to make about somebody or about yourself. Like, if I tell people I can hear a song I've never heard before for like 30 seconds, and then play right along to it on the guitar, bass, drums, piano, whatever, and tell you what key signature it's in and all, and every chord, every note in a single chord, and that I have perfect pitch, like, they're gonna be kind of skeptical. I would be. I know I'd be skeptical if you told me that, or if you told me that. I would not with Alex, because he has other superpowers. But yeah, isn't he cute? Isn't he so cute?
So he'd be like one of like the fourth artist now that's done a live song during the podcast.
Yeah.
Or third.
Let's see. Well, Seth did, and
well, them guys.
Red did.
Yeah. Now she actually, but I'm saying like actually playing and singing. So it was Red. I did one once, and then there was somebody else, wasn't there? I feel like he's number 4, but probably 5 or 6 counting the other guys that we just had beats to, and they did their little thing. Because Coop did something too, remember?
Yeah.
And then there was somebody else too.
You sending that thing to college? My gosh, I never seen somebody take so long to tune the guitar.
Well, he's got 12 strings, not
Especially
6.
with a guy with perfect pitch.
Well, that's why it has to be perfect, because it drives me nuts.
And you just got done telling us you're a savant and stuff.
That's what that belt buckle does.
It's looking pretty ordinary tuning the guitar, I'm just saying.
All right.
That's what the belt buckle does. It drives his nuts. Arr!
They got a little ship steering wheel on the belt buckle.
I can turn you down if you want to get up in it.
Give me a little more highs if you can.
Oh, now you're asking for a minute.
Oh, he's getting picky. We can accommodate at the media farm.
That sounds good. People will like this one. I wrote this song when I was 15 years old. It's called The Middle.
Not as bad
yeah.
I can't believe that was
Right.
almost 8 years in the making.
Wow, that's really cute.
Thank you. Isn't he cute?
No, that's performing right there.
She's
That's
so funny.
delivering,
I was just motioning him. I should have grabbed my bongos and
right?
jammed along with you.
Oh, you
I
should
didn't
have.
think of it.
Do it in
Damn
the
it.
second
Maybe on the
half.
next set.
And
Yeah.
Will has a flute in there you can play.
I got a flute.
I'll take
in
your
there.
word for it.
I got my own flute I can play, buddy. I tell you what.
You can flute your own horn.
Damn. You guys are rough. Suck one dick and you're a cocksucker for the rest of your life. Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
People are
You know,
Just
there's a-
abusing that guitar. He's just like
Isn't there a
chucking
stand
it.
right behind
Oh, it's
you?
fine. It's got holes drilled through it and shit. It's fine.
No?
Oh.
You might have a guitar. I thought it might have sung. It was right here somewhere. That's not.
But
Whatever.
that was a cool jam that you and me
That was
you
awesome.
and me did, Otto, at the house. You showed me that melody.
Yeah, that was cool.
Gary
for sure.
said two
Oh, you know what I
thumbs
should
up.
have done?
What?
I should have played the composition that I have so far of the words you sent me.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I wrote it. I wrote it on the piano though, so I would have to reformat it. I don't. It's definitely. It's definitely not for the 12 string. I'll say that.
Right. Well, I'm excited to hear that. That should be pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, I ought to write some words now. Don't get it twisted. Hey, did I?
Just come out. Just happens.
I'm like, what is that noise? It's that fan.
Oh,
Oh, that isn't what I was hearing.
the fans are always blowing.
You guys hear that?
Yeah.
Thumping?
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know. What are you doing in there, Will?
It's the Bigfoot that you don't believe in knocking, doing wood knocks.
Cody said, hell yeah, good tune, man.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Well, did your mom check in and be like, "That's my boy"?
I don't know.
Where are you at?
Maybe she was a little too jarred and got off.
Where are you at, Mama Nigro?
What is that, 51 over
Mama
there?
Bear.
Let me text her and see.
Gary said he said cute.
53.
I texted her and asked her if she's on there yet.
Where you at, Mom?
Live updates. We got the live update cam.
All right, switching to Mom and Darren in Darren's living room.
We're actually gonna get that to where we can actually do that.
Yeah, we're gonna zoom in some people.
Mm-hmm.
Live
That'll be interesting.
action.
We got some very, very cool guests coming if we can get this Zoom thing to work.
Yeah.
Some guests that probably kind of unbelievable, really.
Will
Just have to
texted
wait
me.
and see.
It's
though.
just a start, though. We're gonna keep moving up the ladder, and then finally we'll get them here.
We have a
Coming for you up, church.
Will texted me and told me to stay towards the table because my talent was showing.
Oh, shit, we gotta
my
hide
goodness. Right. Well, good. Glad he's keeping a lookout for your talent. He's always got his eye out for your talent. So yeah. Thanks,
That
Grandpa
makes a
Withers.
good producer.
If he said your genius is showing, I'm like, where?
Got a popsicle.
Cody said that fan blows real good.
You're a fan of the fan. Did you?
Yes, she does.
Well, what else you got coming up?
I have a lot of really good dad jokes.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. So it's the dad joke hour or moment. What do you got? Did you mean ones that you want to share, or just you're just
yeah,
holding
no,
them?
yeah, I'll
like
share
you're
'em.
saving them up.
I
for
was
the,
thinking I would tell you one about German deli meats, but that'd be the worst.
Ba-dum-bum. Hey yo.
That'd be the worst.
Did you guys hear about that old man who fell into the well?
No, I did not hear about the old man who
You hear
fell
about
in
it,
the well.
Tom? You hear about the old guy that fell in the well?
No.
I did not know.
Simply
that.
tragic. Well, apparently he couldn't see that well.
Ba-dum-bum.
We need that drum set out here.
He's here all week, ladies and
speaking
gentlemen.
of.
He just flew in from Minerva, and boy, are
back
his
in our
arms
ears.
tired.
Next time I my next show, which would be tomorrow, instead of bringing my guitar, I'm just gonna bring that book and just stand up there and read dad jokes.
My dad jokes book. Yeah.
Read it cover to cover the whole time.
So that's right. You saw it when you were at my house and my private collection of dad joke books, and but you and Seth were laying it down in there. So that was a Seth Bowman. Some of the viewers have seen on the show before, and you saw in person. And
you can find that on YouTube on Seth's thing, right?
Seth has really got a talent with his lyrics, man.
Oh yeah,
he can just spit them out and they flow. I've never been too good with lyrics.
Yeah,
I'm good with the composition part, the music.
Damn,
part. I've always been more challenged with writing words.
Well, not only that, but writing words spontaneously, like as
on the spot, like that,
and in pentameter, and you know what I mean. Like he's laying that it's with the music, like, or even driving the music at some points, you know. So yeah, that's hard to do. Palatable. Me and Tom listened to a guy that an anonymous guy that sent some stuff our way, and we're driving down the road going,
where is it?
yeah, like ooh, same genre of music, or same kind of thing, kind of like what you expected Seth to be.
Yeah,
but then minus, like it was that minus. So yeah, no, Seth
really impressed me. Like I really got to give it to him.
Right.
I guess I would say my taste towards that style or genre of music might be a little bit biased.
I thought he was supposed to be part of this clan.
Yeah, well, we forgot to call him, I guess, to remind him.
But, I don't know. I would say this doesn't really appeal to me, but I really did like those songs of his that he showed me, and I liked what we did there. Our little impromptu session in your living room. It was great.
Right.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I wish we would have thought to set the room better from the very beginning, but it was kind of all that's what makes it live and spontaneous, impromptu. But we got it adjusted in.
I was having so much fun. I didn't even think about taking my clothes off till we were done.
Yeah, right.
Well, wait, is that what you meant?
No, not that part. No.
Me neither. Wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm confused. I'm confused now.
I think right.
I think someone
sometimes
hacked into my mic.
Happens like that.
Well, then that ended with 5 a.m. at Denny's. So I mean,
yeah, it did. That was such a fun night.
Right. So
it was really like, what's the word? It was like
I was supposed to come out, but
an out of body experience, having breakfast by myself at an empty Denny's.
Yeah. An out-of-body experience, said nobody ever about a...
It's funny, every time I go to Denny's,
an omelet at Denny's. Actually, it was a burger, if I recall.
It was a burger.
A burger with an onion ring on it.
A burger with an onion ring and bacon and some bourbon sauce that just tasted like barbecue with a kick.
Just like ketchup and soy sauce, the guys.
I know one thing, their portions damn sure ain't what they show in them pictures, because I got that new penne chicken thingamajob.
Yeah.
Shit. Come on, man. That thing didn't look nothing like the picture, bro. And it was like half of what this damn portion showed on. I was like, what? What?
They just, maybe they use AI generated food
Clearly.
pictures.
Which Denny's did you go to?
The one on Tusk.
The same one.
That's the one I went to.
Ain't that the only one left? Or no, there's one in North Canton, huh?
There's one in Belton, I thought. Did that one go? That one closed?
That's gone a long time
I don't
ago.
think that's there.
Yeah, that's been gone a long time ago, actually.
I was very impressed. Last time I was at a Denny's was, gosh, it was years ago. But I was very impressed. My burger looked just like the picture on the menu. Onion rings were delicious. My dessert looked just like the picture on the menu. Spectacular.
Yeah, but you haven't had really good internationally made food yet. Like, from chefs of higher caliber, you've had food chain food.
All right, Cody, thanks. I'm not getting the chat on the ride. Let me go back in this bad boy.
You fat guys want to eat.
So I'm sure that the Denny seemed pretty good when you were in the mood for food. Actually, I had an omelet there recently, and it was pretty kick-ass. So
It was really good.
Gary said us fat guys one day. I got to read it over there now because whatever reason it wasn't popping up here. And now Mayhem said, yeah, what Gary said, that popped up.
I wasn't
My
even.
chat got weird.
you got it set on all.
Oh, you know I don't. It's
Set
top
top.
messages, damn it.
You gotta set to pictures only.
All right, why does it always do that? Where's that at?
It's like the 3 bars on the right.
Stupid thing. Ah, there you go. Oh, no, it
You
still
just
didn't
hit
come
the
up.
sliders.
Yeah, I got it, but it still didn't.
Well,
What was I gonna say? Shoot. Oh, I wasn't even
Whatever.
initially planning on going to breakfast that morning.
yeah.
I just went up there to get some money out of the bank. And I was like, man, I'm not even tired. I'm bored. And just went to Denny's.
And then this phenomenon called the munchies kicked in. And,
Speaking of Denny's, no.
What?
Phenomena. I was getting hungry myself. I've only ate once. Weird. I usually eat. I don't eat breakfast, and I usually eat about 2:00. And I was so busy making money that food never even crossed my mind. I got home at 4 something, after 4. I was starving. Like, what the? I was like, damn, that's right. I didn't even eat today. Now I'm starting to get hungry because I usually eat lunch and then a very good dinner because I'm one of them fat boys too.
Hungry. Go in there and see Will.
I likes my food.
oh man,
He has Werther's in there.
you're like you're like his pimp out here, like or his hype man. I don't know. It's like
Will Davenport. Follow him on Facebook.
right. He's a talented musician.
one and only.
too, so,
Musician, film star, mechanic.
right.
You name it. I hear him in there right now. You could probably turn my highs down now if you want.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The high.
He's actually jammed
I sound a little crisp.
with Seth as well. Well, in real life, you sound a little crisp. So I mean, that's just natural. So maybe the microphone might take away a little bit of your lispiness, but
My lisp.
yeah.
Stop it.
My friend Jen, what did she say? She said something like, I've never heard of that before. How I've been mocking her. She cussed me out.
What you got, Hawkeye?
I think we're at that point.
Break time?
It's break time.
I feel my
yeah.
kidneys kicking in too.
So Will, get ready. Lucas is
When we
coming
come back-
for another candy.
Well, you guys will get a break. I don't get a break.
And then when
Gonna
we
get
come
broke.
back, we'll talk about Bigfoots and UFOs. And I'll tell you why they're real.
Yeah. Owl cam time. It's the jam cam.
All right, y'all.
Jam
We're going to
cam.
take 5. We shall return after these messages. Oh, wait. Actually, we do have these messages. Wait a minute. Let me put those on real quick. Forgot about that.
Yeah, we're getting back into the swing of things.
Show you right. Where it is. Oh, man.
Lucas is like, what's he talking about, man?
The audio,
you'll like this.
changed. Where'd it go?
Huh?
The audio changed. Let me
But you-
plug that in.
Yeah. It still sounds the same to me.
Me too. I don't know what happened.
He cut you out, though. He muted you.
I can't even remember.
You
what
don't
I'm
have
doing.
administrative access. Sorry, pal.
Why did I close that out? What am I looking for?
We have no idea.
I can't wait to eat some cheese in my brain.
You know what the you know why the cowboy had crap in his
here's what we're
mustache?
looking
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
You know why the cowboy had crap in his mustache?
Why?
He was looking for love in all the wrong places.
for. All right, here we go. Let me. Here's our.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We shall be having a brief intermission in our feature presentation.
This is good
I'd like
stuff.
to remind you all there are snacks and
We're gonna
light
go out.
refreshments at the
We'll
front
be
bar, hookers and cocaine in the back room. I know where I'll be. The second half of our program will begin momentarily, a little darker, slightly more sinister. good times for all. Thank you and good night.
Oh, yeah. We're coming back. Coming back.
Yes.
All that is just now having to go back and use the bathroom.
Well, Al was cooking. He's still
What?
cooking. Get it, Al.
He's like, I got a wall pedal.
Don't forget to turn the light off when it is time to relieve him, too, so he's not back there.
Thinking he's still on, huh?
Right?
Lucas didn't realize he was coming back.
Right?
Now he's got to go poop.
I could smell it. Ugh.
He's over there fighting.
Right? Yeah. Good old Lukey Luke. Yeah. Thanks for everybody for tuning in to watch Al Jam.
Hanging out.
Hanging
Who's out there
us.
still with us? Sure,
I lost
Gary's
my
probably
live
still
chat.
there.
It went away.
Somebody's out there.
Now it's back. Tell us about it, everybody. So, have you seen any UFO sightings lately since we talked
No.
last?
I haven't even been looking, actually. I've been too busy doing other things to just sit around and stare at the sky. How come I'm only, I was like, why am I only in one ear?
Oh,
'Cause
man.
I got the headphones on one side. I was like, that's weird.
I'll give you a guess.
Yeah. So I was trying to hear him, but you see,
Well, I noticed something. Well, did you just get some echo, some reverb? I don't sound like I did, but I noticed something.
Don't do that.
Lucas was with Will by themselves for a while. Now Lucas has been in the bathroom for a long time. So I don't know. I'm not saying anything, but it's just how it happened.
I'm just saying.
So that's how it happened.
Oh, well, I think Will's saying. What's that?
As long as we all know who's back at their post.
He's just,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
that,
over there talking about a post now. I don't know what's
Right.
going on.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Well, how about that, Mr. Will?
What the hell was we talking about anyway before we crudely interrupted it with a break?
Well, let's see. I think Lucas was
Did we come back and we lose him?
talking about. What was he talking about? I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
What's he
'cause
talking
he's
about,
coming
Willis?
back.
Oh, there he is.
Oh wow! Coming back onto the camera, man.
Resumed.
Everything come out okay?
Yeah, it was fine.
Oh. Well, that's good to know. I'm glad you decided to take that hat off. You kind of look like a lesbian when you wore that thing.
I know. I always thought so too.
We tried to tell you to not wear it, but you just wore it anyhow.
He's like,
so.
nah, man, I'm wearing that
It's like,
shit.
I'm wearing that's my whoopee. But now you feel comfortable for the second half of the show, and you decided to take off your hat.
Well, sometimes I wear the hat because, like I don't know. I hear voices in my head sometimes, but if I have the hat covering my ears, like it muffles them.
Keeps him down.
See, that's the exact opposite of what happened. Actually, the story I just told. But
Oh, I was being completely truthful.
right. Well, your part was true, but
He's got multiple split personalities.
Like you're smoking a stogie. Wow.
I used to smoke Camel non-filters.
I used to smoke Lucky Strikes.
You don't say.
Oh no, that's what they were. They were Lucky Strike non-filters.
Lucky Strike.
But then
non-filters.
Marathon stopped selling them.
I used to
And
light them off of a rock.
The only place I could find that sold the Lucky Strike non-filters was Giant Eagle. And the closest one to Minerva is like in Alliance.
You know how to strike,
So
Flint.
I switched to Camel.
That's how I light me cigarettes on a piece of flint, mate.
Yeah, that's the only place we got is not Minerva. This is a guy that's got a carburetor sitting outside on his front porch. So yeah, I know he.
Good old Quadrajet.
When you pull up
The old
and you
Quadrajet.
see a Quadrajet sitting on the front porch, you know he's a man's man. He's mechanically inclined.
That came off that Buick. And you were talking about loading your truck up so full. I gotta show you this photo of my Buick.
Buick.
This was a
Buick
piece of
McLaren
garbage
Williams.
Buick Riviera, one of like 1,200 total convertibles made.
Yeah.
And I bought it out of
The
the
Rivy.
I bought it out of the junkyard. It's just an absolute.
I can only imagine the
It was
pictures
trash.
Tom's seeing right now. It's a
I
good
know,
thing
it's-
that's not facing the camera. Wow.
No doubt about that.
It was trashed in every way.
You think
The
we've
interior
got
was
cocks up
disgusting.
here, boy?
There was no convertible top left.
I can't look.
You're talking about your 1982 Riviera or whatever it was.
Yes, I am.
Was it an 82?
Yes, it was. Here
Wow.
we
Well,
go.
Yes, I'm like a car savant.
I bought a couch at Goodwill. I didn't have a truck.
You have to put it on up to the camera.
Isn't that awesome?
Here, hold that up to the camera up there.
Who needs a pickup truck when you got a convertible?
Nice.
Now what you can see is he actually sat on that seat and drove the car on the love seat. It was great.
There we go. My friend JC was with me.
That's
And,
a couch vertible.
I didn't have a place to tie the front strap to. I was going to tie the seatbelt things, latches, but they ripped out of the floor when I tied it.
Oh,
So
wow.
she had to hold it the whole time while I drove.
Damn.
That makes you feel safe when your seatbelts rip out of the floor.
Yeah, really.
Well, the seatbelt retractors were,
Yeah.
like I said, there was no top left on that thing. They were so rusty. The seatbelts were like seized. You couldn't pull them out. They
What
would come
happened? What happened to the
Wow.
top? Yeah.
out.
Did the Smokey and the Bandit?
It was mostly
on the
there.
semi-truck?
It was mostly there when I bought the car.
And
Yeah,
then somebody poured tequila on it and the top fell off.
Well, I was driving on 77, and I heard part of it rip, like the, heard a seam rip,
Oh, wow.
and then another part blew off, a giant chunk of it. So half of it was there, half of it was missing.
In a related story, the
Wow.
person behind you careened into the bushes because they couldn't see.
Before I took it to Florida,
I knew
I bought a
should have
tarp.
watched Final Destination.
I bought just a cheap tarp at the hardware store and laid it over top of the frame and cut it, and then duct taped it all over the inside of the
Oh my
windshield.
gosh.
And it actually looked pretty good. I gotta show you this picture too. It looked really good.
Your mom looked out the window and was like, "That's my son. I'm so proud." In the duck top roof car.
It was awesome. It was freaking awesome.
Got rid of the vinyl, put the old duct tape.
Nothing like the blue tarp with the silver duct tape
Here
on
it
it.
is. Yeah, look, that doesn't look too bad.
My
Got the whole-
stepdad was duct tape general.
Got the Detroit Lions look
Oh,
going
yeah.
on.
I even
Look at you.
It used to be blue.
Look at the state of you.
I even painted it to
Wow.
match the car.
You painted it?
I spray painted it.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Did you spray paint it first and then put it on?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
And wait,
Mayhem says play another song.
check out the back window. Used color correct duct tape too.
Beautiful. Wow, you got a
Friggin'
career in mock auto upholstery. If you ever wanted one.
What do you guys think of this?
The duct tape top, man. That's sweet.
Right?
That is a tarp from the hardware store.
And some spray paint.
Some spray paint and duct tape. I took off some of the trim pieces around the back.
Go on now.
Around the outside of the car.
Somebody
too,
down
so
in
it's
Florida is
place.
appreciating you now.
Shut Al off. I think I just now shut Al off.
Oops.
Here's
He's
what
back
it
here
looked like
putting it
when we
in.
got there.
He don't mind.
Look, I turn the light off. He goes quiet.
All the paint blew off
Turn
on the
it back
highway
on.
on the way down there.
Yeah, that's what I was
And the
pretty
window.
much picturing. So yeah.
That's what it looked like when we got there.
Yeah, people don't realize how brutal the wind at 70 miles per hour actually is. So.
And it was parked to a Porsche 911.
Nice.
There was,
It was probably like, what the?
Right.
there were no American cars inside that parking garage.
Did you get out with like a hefty bag full of clothes?
You know, over there in Dubai and shit, they got them Lamborghinis and all that shit just laying around everywhere.
That's like, yeah, I heard
That
about
shit
that.
is crazy, man.
It was like empty mansions and sports and
Because these
all
cats,
these
if you
expensive
go
cars
get a
and
bank
stuff.
loan and you don't pay it, it's prison time. Like they damn near death penalty. So these dudes will just abandon the cars in the houses and leave the country. There's like Lamborghinis and shit sitting on the side of the road over there everywhere in the parking lots.
Wow.
It's crazy, man. Porsches, all that expensive shit.
Nice.
So you've been to Dubai then?
No, I seen a documentary. I was like, damn.
Yeah. What did
That's
the
cool.
people do that were making the documentary? They'd be like, all right, let's get that one and that one.
Well, I guess you can't do nothing with them because it's, you can't get a title for them or whatever. And I don't know why, like, everybody's so rich over there, they don't even care. They don't even, like, psh.
They just leave them there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another country that our White House is giving all of our freaking tax money to.
Nah, all them Arabs got all that oil money over there, boy.
Yeah. Well, I've mentioned before on here, but Lucas hasn't heard it. I used to work with an exporter, and the cars would end up in Kuwait and other countries, and the said that he always made sure that his cars had a full tank of gas, so he had a good reputation. But the people, the oil sheiks or whatever you want to call them, would buy the vehicle, and as soon as it ran out of gas, they would pull over the side of the road and get out and shoot it. Like, you stupid piece of shit! And just shoot it on the side of the road. So this cat would go around and reclaim these vehicles that he sold him and fix them up. So I used to sell him a lot of parts to fix crap or whatever. And, but yeah, so then
He'd fly over there basically and gather.
Yeah, he was over there some, but he.
Or you mean they was doing that here?
Well, they would send the parts over there to get put back together.
Yeah, they was doing that over there and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, them they're crazy over there. Wow.
Yeah.
They run out of gas and they'd abandon it.
Just shoot it. And so he would make sure his tanks were full. Other guys that were importing didn't really catch on to that, so their cars would be empty, and the people buying the cars wouldn't want to buy from the other guys. They'd say, at least your car lasts for a full tank of gas, So, and that might last a long time because they may not even drive it that much or that far or whatever. So, but yeah, once it dies, they just get pissed. How dare you stop working? Like, I command you to work.
Blasphemous. Blasphemous that it runs out of gas.
Do it. Start.
That's crazy.
Fucking piece of shit. Uh-oh.
I've ran out of
Some
gas
money.
so many times in that Buick. So many times.
Yeah. The gas gauge didn't work.
It was the only thing that didn't work.
You said that thing had a 4-point something in it? That's
4.1. And if there's any old GM guys watching, like G-Body guys, the 4.1 is all it is.
Like a 4100 all aluminum 4100?
No. It was, remember the 3.8 turbocharged that they put in the Regals?
Sure.
Same as the 3.8, but it came with a 4-barrel intake with a 4-barrel intake with a Quadrojet instead of a 2-barrel, and it was bored out. Only difference. Same head gaskets, same heads.
Well, that sucks
same
because
crank, everything.
They blew head gaskets on the motors, on those early ones like that. The later 3.8s were pretty
I had
kick-ass.
one of those square body
The 4.1s
Chevys.
did the all aluminum 4.1s. The front wheel drive that they put in the Cadillacs did. But the Buick 4.1s, that was a totally different motor.
The damn.
Well, I know it was a different motor, but I'm saying the 3.8s were head gasket blowers in that era. The later ones were much better. But,
The fuel gauge didn't work, and I get about 2 miles on fumes. I got lucky. It would lose its balls. It would stay running and it would go, but you couldn't like stomp on it.
Go into safe mode or something.
Yeah, basically. And I'd be like, oh shit, I got like a mile or something to get to a gas
limp
station
mode,
real
that's
quick.
What they call that, limp mode. Yeah. So he's a mechanic over there, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you.
He's got
working on cars.
He's got years. Well, he's got months. Well, actually, he's got weeks of experience as a mechanic. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, I would say I have
I
years.
went to school
but
I'm
not
not
like.
sure, yeah.
No, I know.
I hated it.
Yeah, mechanic stuff. You hated doing that stuff. Yeah.
But like that Buick though that I bought out at Kenton Auto Salvage down on Mahoning Road.
A 4-barrel on a V6 though. That's crazy.
I even put an Edelbrock on it, thinking that that quadrajunk just wasn't operating right. It was no faster at all.
No,
it had better response. It had
the
better
issue with
response.
that is twofold. Number one is your compression, because you're only rocking like 8-to-1 compression, which is not enough to do shit.
And then gears.
Gears would be number 2, and then number 3, you've got a lot of exhaust on that thing that's smothering whatever you do try to put into it.
Yeah.
So.
What was I gonna say?
Wonder what the gear ratio was of a 82 Ribby.
It got really good gas mileage. Like,
oh yeah, I bet.
Like I would say high teens to low 20s, just driving around town.
Absolutely.
On the way to Florida, probably got 25 to 27. Yeah. It was one of the first ones that came with the overdrive transmission. I think they started putting those in the rivs in like 81.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But I mean, it was a good car. I never had to do anything to it.
Metric lockup.
When I got it from the junkyard, like they drilled a hole in the transmission pan, oil pan, instead of just taking the bolts out, cut the radiator hose, took out the gas tank, cut the straps.
So you fixed all that stuff.
Yep. I drove it home on a 5-gallon jug, and just
nice.
a crappy low pressure pump, and I brought epoxy to fix the holes in all of the pans, and they never leaked again.
That epoxy is pretty mean stuff. So
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it held.
I used to get this stuff called double bubble. And, it came in pouches of both parts, and you'd mix that up. Man, I fixed some stuff with that. Like, whew. I would have hated to have ever fastened something together that you didn't want to be together with that stuff on it, because you ain't taking that apart.
For the radiator hose that they cut, I had a red Solo cup in my car, and one of those gas tank straps that was still left on it. I cut it with my wire cutters, looped it around, then I cut the red Solo cup, looped it around it, put some of that epoxy in there, so the ends were hard, and used that to splice the hose back together. And I never did put a new hose on it.
Oh wow!
The only thing I did have to do to it was
you drove it to Florida like that.
I put a water pump on it right after I got it because it leaked, and then fill it back up with fluids, of course. But
right.
It never had any freaking issues ever. It didn't burn oil. Transmission
Good
shifted
old
okay.
Car. Right.
It was disgusting and trashed, but it's a nice driving car though. The air suspension even works still.
Was it fast at all?
It was fast from a stop. If you were stopped and you mashed it, it
had a low
it would
first
spin
gear
the,
in that
it would spin the tires.
transmission, yeah.
But like if you were over 55, like you're holding it for 10 minutes trying to get it to 70.
Yeah.
It was actually hard keeping up with traffic on the way to Florida. You hit a hill, and I'd have to pop it down into third so it wouldn't keep shifting up into overdrive and then shifting back down.
Well, they would put those overdrive transmissions on like a 256 gear ratio. Like they could have had a freaking 410 and they would have been fine because the overdrive was so big in them. But yeah, you got me curious now. If the car was here, I'd just look at the RPO codes and find out.
Yeah, it was such a good car though, and like my Continental, since I got it, it's just been kind of a headache. One U joint was bad when I got it. Fixed that.
Come up with an outro song too, man.
And the next one went early springtime, and
What's out on it?
right now it has a rear main seal leak.
So your engine's flopping oil everywhere.
Yeah. But
So your gear ratios weren't horrible in that thing, but the 323, which is doable, 342, which is actually works, and 391, which actually kicks ass. So if that, I wouldn't say gears are necessarily an issue with that car. So it's got other issues like low horsepower.
yeah,
Is the catalytic converter?
it didn't have a cat. They cut that off. I took out the muffler because it was clogged with mouse nest, and I put another one on it after I got it back to home and in the garage for a while. So
How long did you work on this damn thing?
Total,
Yeah.
maybe had 10 hours in it total, including the water pump, the epoxy, the gas tank reinstallment, the carburetor the carburetor replacement.
Gosh, you're not going to believe this. That engine was a powerhouse.
I know it had good torque.
It had 125 horsepower.
But the torque rating was like almost double, wasn't it?
Doubt it. No, I just looked up the horsepower.
And like cleaning the interior as much as I possibly could, which that took up most of the time. But like I never worked on it all summer. I drove it. Never did nothing to it. That's why I chose to drive that one to Florida. I had just kind of like been bequeathed this 95 town car.
Did your girlfriend do that, or you did?
95 town car, and it ran perfect and everything, but
230.
I hadn't had it long enough to like trust it on a 1,000-mile trip.
Foot-pounds of torque. Which is
it's not terrible.
Oh wait, that's on the 5-liter. Never mind. I hate when you ask for something on the internet and you click on it, it's knowledge.
Bastards.
I think instead of keep Band-Aid fixing that 460 in my Continental, I want to find an early year production 460, like at a 68 or a 69.
The first year of a 460. That was a 70s motor, wasn't it?
The one in my 73 is. It's this.
No, I'm saying like when did Ford come out with the 460? I didn't think it was till like.
I think 68. I think 68. It was exclusively offered in Lincolns only, and then in like 72 or 73. I think 72. They started offering it in Thunderbirds.
I like those old early 70s not Thunderbirds, but LTDs.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those had a 429 or similar type motors and would actually haul ass.
Them was cop cars too, wasn't they?
For sure.
Yeah.
429 is the smaller version of the
Some
460.
bitches would get it, boy.
A lot of them had the 351. I've seen those in a lot of the LTDs.
There's a few different 351s. They're not all equal.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
How much was it?
There's a Windsor.
About 351.
There's a W, Windsor, then there's a Cleveland. I forget what the other one is.
Modified.
Modified, yeah.
Yeah, that was the crappiest one. The
350.
351 400 modified was a joke.
Oh, believe me, I know that. I've had my fair share of old Fords. My favorite.
I'm just reading about it.
My favorite one I ever had was a 70 Mark III.
That old Ford truck with a straight 6 in it. That old sumbitch ran like a champion, boy.
I wish
I don't
still
know
had-
what the size was.
What was it? An old Ford pickup truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had the straight 6 in it.
300 straight 6.
Man,
yeah.
that thing just ran like a... The rest of it was falling apart, but man, that engine just...
Yeah.
The 300s
you
ran
couldn't
like a
kill
Swiss
it.
watch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we had one of those in the family. It was bought brand new in 1980 with a stick shift on the column.
Yeah.
No power steering, no power brakes. And we got 317,000 miles out of it. And from about the time it had 150,000 miles on, it was me and my brother Jamie beating the shit out of it. By then we had put a 4-speed granny gear transmission in it, and damn near would pull the front wheels off the ground because of the torque on that straight 6 and then that granny gear. It was, believe me, I blew out some U-joints and some shit in that, but yeah, good motor, the old 306.
You guys remember the K cars, Chrysler K cars?
Do.
I had an 84 Dodge 600 convertible.
Oh man, I wanted to tell people too. I accidentally.
Oh my gosh.
My
grandpa. This is supposed to be an urn, but now it's a shaker.
I'm sorry, I might have used the contents that were inside there.
It's all right. If I ever need ashes or anything, I'll just dump this in there.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Take the butts out.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, the 600 was the same exact car as the LeBaron, just different grill.
Mm-hmm.
Little
The LeBaron.
front-wheel drive crapper.
Actually, do you know what LeBaron meant in French?
No.
LeBaron.
Mayhem wants to know if you play any REO Speedwagon.
Yes, I do.
Why, yes, he does.
I do take it on the run most commonly when I play out. I know Keep On Loving You. I do that one on the piano. I don't play that one too often. Then I know Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore. So the 3 by them that I know. Somebody said Eagles earlier too. I played a couple Eagles songs. I play Eagles, some Steve Miller.
What's your favorite? What do you play from Steve Miller?
Jet Airliner.
Big old jet had a light on. Is that how you sing it?
Big old jet headlight.
I used to hear that song when I was younger. I thought it said Big Chad. I forget what I used to say. I thought he was saying Chad. Big old Chad.
Something. Speaking of, Chad did call me today.
Oh yeah. Well, did you get him hooked up with the?
Well, I don't know because, well, I accidentally left my phone on a job, and then when I come back, of course, that's when he called, and I called him, and he didn't answer, and I'm like, "Tag, you're it." Then he called me back, and then we was talking, and then he, I gotta go, I'll call you back, but. He was saying that there is some kind of board that does beats or whatever, and I think he was talking about one of them things that's got the little buttons, you know what I mean, that you can...
The pads, yeah.
But I don't know about like an actual mixing board, but he was kind of saying, I was like, well, I don't know nothing about it. I haven't seen that technology yet, but you know, I ain't saying it ain't there. I just haven't seen it or whatever.
Right.
Then I was telling him about Audition and Fruity Loops and all that shit.
Chad Reed, we're talking about.
Mr. Chad.
Well, that 600... just had a crappy 4-cylinder in it with a carburetor. It's horrible.
2.2, is that what they had that year?
Most of them did. Mine had technically the premium engine, which was a Mitsubishi 2.6. They had horrible timing chain issues. The heads would crack.
There was nothing good about that Mitsubishi 2.6.
They were horrible. They were horrible.
They were awful.
And then it's ironic, really. I took that drivetrain out and found a New Yorker with the 3-liter V6 offered by Mitsubishi.
Yeah, the 3-liter was a kick-ass motor.
It was a great motor. Yeah. And when the 3-liter in the Chryslers just had, just fuel injection with a 4-speed automatic. But I've tracked down a 3000 GT in a Cleveland pull-apart. Pulled all the turbo stuff on it, the computer, everything, intercooler, everything. Swapped the intake, put it in that freaking LeBaron. That thing freaking screamed, dude.
That's hilarious.
He says, "Take It on the Run's his favorite song it is."
It'd be hard to stop that thing, though. They had 8-inch disc brakes on those things?
Yeah, the rotors were like this big in the front.
Yeah. Right.
I took rotors. Oh, I put the New Yorker's brakes on it.
That helps some.
And the spindles and the wheel bearings and the struts. So it had a whole New Yorker front end, basically, suspension-wise. It was it was really a nice riding car. Drove like a totally different car after that engine swap.
You put a lot of work into a K car, though. I'm just saying,
I loved that thing. I put new carpet and seats in it. What else? Everything. Every bushing.
Did you put the dingle balls on the dashboard?
It was, in my mind, it was light blue.
It was black.
Black?
Black with red pinstripe.
Oh.
Wide white walls.
And Jesus? Jesus on the dashboard.
Oh, yeah.
So we got a black... Well, you got the Mennonite edition, Amish edition K car, because there wasn't a lot of black K cars.
I'm trying to think what car I had. I had a Jesus Loves You sticker in the back. And I took a index card and X'd out the Jesus part and put above it. I think I wrote... I don't remember. I think I wrote Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan loves you.
Mayhem said he's going to bed. Thanks for your time.
Do you want me to play Take It on the Run before he goes to bed?
Thanks for hanging out. We'll be here next Wednesday at 8. Hopefully we'll be at 8.
Yeah.
We don't have no gremlins happening and all this other crazy shit.
8 o'clock.
I'm going to come to the next one, but I'm just going to spectate.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is fun.
Be a spectator. Yeah, jam out. You want to try a different guitar? You don't have to play 12 string.
Yeah, I think I do.
Take your pick.
Oh, now he's going to be like, I was going to go to bed, though. Now he's going to play.
Well,
again.
It's worth staying up.
C sharp, E flat, E. The one right there. Yep.
Fruit colored.
It's my son's favorite guitar right there.
He loves that one, he does.
Jimmy. Where you at, Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Not Timmy.
He's supposed to be here, but I don't know.
When I worked at Napa delivering auto parts,
Got the Chargers bike.
the district manager would be at the warehouse half the time, and I would walk in and see him and be like, "I'm sorry, Nick Jackson." His name was Nick Jackson.
Nick Jackson.
And he got so mad after a couple of weeks of me doing that, he called my store and bitched to my manager.
Oh wow.
She's like, "Lucas, you can't do that anymore."
You can't call me by my name. How dare you call me by my name?
I guess he was just mad if I put it like in a 90s rock format or rap format. He was kind of...
It's a free country. You say his name was Karen something?
Karen was his middle name. Should have been if it wasn't. Hey Tom,
Yeah.
want to see a cool trick?
Depends. Is this a trick question?
I cannot see it. That's green. Is it green?
Sure is.
He's tuning a guitar blindly right now, ladies and gentlemen.
That's green.
Jesus. Bouncing off the sharp.
It's within 20 or 10 cents though.
He's got perfect pitch. Wonder if I could distract him.
All right. Cool though, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. I couldn't do it. I could tune it, but I can't be like this. Actually, I could get pretty close though. When I was working on them in the guitar store, I could zing, 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 zing. I was getting to the point where I could get pretty close. But I can't just...
I bet you Craig Reed, wow, I can't spit it out. I bet you he can do it.
I bet Billy Corgan could do it.
Yeah.
You ever seen that video somebody made from their song 1979? It's like Billy Corgan rides a roller coaster. It's right before the chorus where he says, "We don't even need..." And the roller coaster hits the top and goes down. It's like, yeah, they just hold it out the whole time.
Getting dialed in.
Did Mayhem go to bed?
Yeah. I don't know. You said he was going to, and then you said he was going to play, so I don't know if he bailed out or...
Are you there,
I don't
man?
know if he bailed out or if he's still there.
Where
Might
are
have
you,
dipped
man?
out right before you.
Oh.
You take that one low.
Oh man.
Adjustment time.
This is the front. Yeah, that's the front. Last one.
Gary,
I heard it from a friend. Don't forget my highs, please. I heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from another. You've been messing around. They say you got a boyfriend. You're out at every weekend. They're talking about you. It's bringing me down. But I know the neighborhood. Talk is cheaper when the story is good. The tales run taller on down the line. I'm telling you, babe, that I don't think it's true, babe. And even if it is, keep this in mind. You take it on the run, baby, if that's the way you want it, baby. And I don't want you around. I don't believe it. I'm not take it on the run, baby. If that's the way you want it, baby, then I don't want you around. But I don't believe it, not for a minute. You're under the gun, so you take it on the run.
Nigro.
And Mayhem did stick around.
All right.
Glad I stayed. Thank you.
See the guy I see on the commercials, Mayhem?
Oh, shoot. Which commercial?
Where everywhere he goes, he's like destroying stuff. Wrecking cars and causing mayhem.
Crashing bars.
Might have been mayhem in that Blondie song too. I don't know.
If you ever want any of your instruments set up, let me know.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I want that Dean set up actually.
Actually was targeting Tom because my perfect pitch drives me insane, and even though that is what there we go. Even though it's tuned,
yeah,
the action being a little bit too high makes the intonation off, makes it sound like it's out of tune even when it isn't.
Yeah. And how would you adjust that?
Well, a mixture of discretion between taking height off of the bridge or positive bow out of the neck with a truss rod adjustment. And sometimes you can raise or lower the nut too. But it's just a mixture of those three things.
So you're just gonna fuck with it basically is the short of that.
Well, you gotta take measurements. Need a long straight edge. I always use my drywall square. I have one that I cut the T off of, so it's just a long straight ruler, and lay it on the first fret, and it should come flat on the wood right in front of the nut, or of the bridge. Like perfectly flat across all the frets onto that piece of wood.
With no strings or strings on it?
No strings.
Well, now you're giving away all your trade secrets.
It's really just knowing how it should be and the proper ways to go about getting it back to where those healthy measurements are. Like,
who taught you how to do that? You just figured it out?
Oh, I've just fucked up enough acoustic guitars to know how to work on them.
We both owe money to the fund now. So.
Here, I got you.
I got another one.
I should have gave you those dimes and nickel as one of my quarters. Who's this?
Yeah, you can put them all in there.
I forget which president this was, or his name, but that's my favorite president.
It was Martin Sheen.
Yeah, him.
Those are the better presidents are on the paper money.
Yep. The dead ones.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that Abraham Lincoln wasn't on any of the bills.
I
don't care for Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
Some people think Abraham Lincoln was actually a woman.
Well, that would be Babraham
Never heard
Lincoln.
that one before.
Babraham Lincoln?
That's what I call him whenever I'm home alone.
Gabraham.
I think maybe I have a tad bit of resentment towards him just for his physical appearance. Judge people off the way they look. Get to know them later.
You like the beard or no beard look with Abraham Lincoln?
Too bad I couldn't have seen him without one. It looks like a patchy beard that like a 17-year-old.
You've never
would grow.
seen him without a beard?
Mm-mm.
Well, there's pictures of him without a beard.
What bills are they on?
They're not on any bills. So maybe his library card from back in the day. I don't know. But
Would you turn my highs down?
Okay.
It sounds crisp again.
they're a little crispy over there.
I turned them down.
It's so like close. I like it.
Wow.
Supposed to sound close.
That's good.
It's an intimate setting.
Ear.
What? So when's the next time you're gonna send me a cool song that you wrote?
I think tonight I'm going to record.
Man, said thanks,
The
bro. Have a
one-
good night.
Absolutely. I'm
Good
glad you
night.
enjoyed it. Thanks for the support. And, thanks to these guys for hosting this fun show.
Absolutely.
Right?
Even though Tom can be
Thank
kind of
you.
a dick sometimes.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. It doesn't happen. I guess I don't really know him well enough to joke around like that yet.
don't worry, he'll just punch you off the air. Not that big a deal. There we go. I got my messages back.
Will texted me and said if I adjust that mic one more time, I'm gonna need 10 fingers.
Oh my goodness.
And then he said I didn't mean it.
Left the pot running. I had to go
What's
catch
Will
it.
doing back there?
I don't know. Let's
Where's our
check
moderator?
in.
We're putting you on the.
There you go.
We
What's
can
up?
hear you now, Will.
Leave that alone. It was set for a reason.
You have to get used to it.
Can't turn him up too loud. It'll be feeding back.
No feedback, please.
Why does it say?
Lowering the crispness helps with the feedback too.
Crispy. So what are you drinking?
It's
Water.
It's just iced tap water.
Iced tap water.
Ice came from the gas station. The water is from the tap.
That's weird. It was
Right.
not plugged in all this time. I think.
Are you laughing at that, Will?
Yeah. This some specific ass tap water, brother.
Right?
This ice here came from a reverse osmosis machine at your local Circle K.
Not the reverse osmosis.
But-
29 cents a gallon.
But the ice from the gas station mixed with the reverse osmosis water creates an aroma that's similar to like spring water, natural spring water.
Yeah.
Specifically Deer Park.
Deer Park.
Like the
spring water, yeah.
IGA or Clover Valley or the Great Value brands of spring water don't taste like that particular aroma.
It bugs me that most people have no idea that purified water and spring water are so different. You know, like
Uh-huh.
spring water, you can drink it right out of the ground.
Right. All right. Bye, Will.
Purified water, who knows what that crap was?
Who knows what chemicals and,
Purified
products
from what with
they run
what?
it through to take all of the valuable nutrients and
Right.
stuff
Purified
out of
water.
it.
Yeah, it came from the shit distillery.
Right?
We purified this
Sorry,
shit we
Will.
shipped over from China that was in this toxic lake.
Could be.
You never know.
Could be.
This,
Right.
this water from Chernobyl.
Might have
We just
that'd be the
purified it.
energy water, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm glowing lately.
Right.
You got a nice glow to you.
Oh, look at you, Tom. You're glowing.
Stinker, look at you glowing. I've
Thank
been drinking
you.
that there purified water. Yeah.
No, I mean, really, you're glowing. Like what?
I got
No.
3 nuts too. How about that?
Glowing or gloating,
Yes,
All that.
as far as you know.
that's correct. As far as you know.
Peace out, Gary. About time for us to get the hell out of here. too.
Is it
What's I
time
don't
to
know.
shut it down? I can't
What's it
see.
say?
It's 10:30.
No, what's the blue one say? Whether it's running.
How many
beside
minutes?
The green, a little small.
I don't know.
I can't see the damn thing either from here.
The green or the blue?
The blue.
So,
Yep.
2:03.
2:03. So we're 3 minutes over.
We're 3 minutes over.
Everybody's dipping out.
Yep, 2 hours is gone.
All right, kids.
Well, what else you want to plug before you get off here? Where are you gonna be? What do you want people to know?
I'm not a huge social media poster, but if you want to attend one of my shows or show support, my page on Facebook has all my events and logistics of my career. It's just my first and last, which is Lucas, Lucas, Nigro, Nigro.
My Nigro.
It looks controversial when you spell it right. So if you spell it right, then you'll know.
Right.
And check these guys out. Otto, O-T-T-O, Motev, M-O-T-E-V, and Tom Dalo.
With a D-A-L-O. It's not Dalo, even though you know that's what it looks like. But.
Right. My man over there with the shout outs.
Both of them are on Facebook. I know you're on Instagram. Are you on Instagram?
Yep.
Am I on there?
I'm on
I saw you.
It's Media Farm on Instagram.
Yeah.
Media Farm on Instagram, YouTube. What else?
MediaFarm330.com. You're on there.
330.com.
In fact, I was going to change the picture on there of you. I like the picture that you put up as your profile picture.
I was going to talk to you about that, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to change that up and put that and maybe, I don't know, if we can get it together, put a sample of one of your originals on there.
I think
we just got to figure out which one we want to do. So, unless you already know, then you can announce it. But
I think Curfews would be the most tasteful.
Curfews.
That seems to be everybody's favorite.
All right, so watch for that to come up in the next day or so on the Media Farm 330.
It's tripping over
.com.
here. About to lose our sound controls anyway. So all right, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace out.
Thanks for joining in.
See you next week. What fun we had. All right, Will, take us out.